Hello, Mayuko.
Hello, how are you?
You're good, thank you. The first one, as usual.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You still haven't got to do the mock test, right?
Yeah,
No.
maybe I will do Friday or next Monday.
When do you want to sit the test anyway? When do you want to sit the test? The PTE test.
I haven't decided.
Okay, that's good. That's good. This is good because it means you still have time. You can do all the 10 mock tests. And once you do all the 10 mock tests, you sit the test prepared, okay? And that's the best scenario for.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to take a test when I finish my school. So I didn't think about to take a test like
That's good. That is good. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, we're waiting for more students to come in.
Yeah.
Okay, just Pradeepa, and that's it. I think, yes, we have Jacob, we have Hitomi, and oh, here we go, Pradeepa. Simon is not coming today.
Oh.
Yes, I was on the same bus when I came to the class, and he got off the bus and said, I'm not coming to the class. Okay. We were on the same bus when we were coming to the class. Hello, Pradeepa.
Hello, sir.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm good, good. Have you booked a test yet, Pradeepa?
No, not
No,
yet.
that's good. That's good because I want you to sit the test, to do the mock test before you actually sit the test, all the 10 mock tests, okay? And the same to Jacob. Okay, Jacob, have you booked a test yet? Hi. You're on mute. You're just chewing gum. To me, you are chewing gum. Look. Yes, now you can. Yeah, now I can hear you. Yes. Jacob, have you booked a test? Still, we can't hear you. You are chewing gum today. No, 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 no. You are chewing gum today. If you want to chew gum in the class, that's fine with me. Go on. Okay. Don't pretend that you're talking. No, I still can't hear you, Jacob. There's something wrong with your. No, there's something wrong. It's all right. It's all right. There's something wrong with your microphone. Okay, but you are not unmuted anyway. And he told me, have you booked the test? Hi.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. That not yet is a good one because when a student comes in and says, next week I have a test, that's dangerous. Okay. But remember, I want you to sit the. I want you to sit all the 10 mock tests, if not at least 5 of them, and then sit the test. Once you do the test, let me know. I'll go and analyze it and I'll give you the feedback. All right. Okay. Now, one more thing. Today I published my book, and let me share the screen. So now you can order it from Amazon, and it's all about collocations. So you know collocations are very important in the reading section. And so if you go on Amazon, Australian, the Amazon.com, Amazon.com, yes. And then practice PTE collocations in context. There you go. This is the first one here. So it's 1959, and it will be posted to you in a week, and it has all the audios and everything with it. But the good thing is that there are, after each 100, you can read some parts of the book, I think, online. Can I do that? Hello? No, I can't. Anyway, and there are test items that you can do with the answers. Okay. Now, shall we start with what do you want me to start with today? And I'll ask Pradeepa. Pradeepa, what do you think we should start with?
Fill in the blanks. That is hard.
Okay. Yes, reading, fill in the blanks. Okay. And that's what my book is about. I have a copy here. Let me just find it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now what I've done is this, that the PTE, they have released a list of collocations, 2,500 collocations, English collocations. And what I've done is that I have used them in a context, in a real context. And so these are the 2,500 of them. So like allow access, appropriate response, basic principles. These are collocations. Okay. Now every 100, I have made a test. So let's do the first one. Quiz 1. Okay. So now I want you to do number 1, 2, and you are the first of my students who are doing these tests online. Okay. So you have 9 blanks here, and you almost have 9 minutes. Just a little smaller. Okay. Is that good, big enough? Yes, can you see? Okay, I want you to do number 1 to 9. You have almost 8 minutes, okay? So Jacob, we are doing these fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks. Please take your time. Do number 1 to 9. We just started a minute ago. Are you done? Mayuko, are you done? No? Mayuko, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Done.
All right. Hitomi, done? Okay. Pradeepa, are you done? Okay.
Have two more.
No, that's fine. Okay, I think Jacob is done too, right? Raise your hand, Jacob, if you. No? All right. I think we still have that sound issue with you. Can you speak? Chewing gum. You can type if you like. You type here. Type in the chat. Ah. No. No, that's fine. You can type your answers for me, okay? In the chat box here. Now, let's get started with number one. Mayuko, please, number one.
Earlier.
So number one, this one.
Earlier.
Oh, all right. Anyone else? Hitomi?
Same.
The same. Yes, very good. It's earlier, in the earlier discussion. That's a collocation. We say in the earlier discussion. Very good. Number two, Pradeepa, please.
Offer.
Okay, so in an ideal world, objective or balanced information would offer all the evidence for and against.
This.
Anyone else?
Cite.
Display the, sorry.
Display. Okay, Jacob.
Cite.
Cite. Okay, cite the evidence. All right. All right. It's interesting. I have made these questions, but it goes back to probably 4 or 5 months ago. I would say it's present. Okay, because you present evidence. In a court, you present evidence. That's the collocation. All right. Now we'll check the answers anyway. Number three, Hitomi.
Draw.
Sorry, the third one. The third
Draw.
one.
Yeah.
Draw. So draw conclusion. That is a collocation. You draw conclusion. Very good. So number three, draw conclusion. Number four, Jacob, please.
Right. Example.
Okay. Now, in the real test, remember, once you did this, do not read this. Start from here, go back, and you start from here. So you say, objectivity may therefore, because reading this sentence wouldn't help, just waste of time, okay? So objectivity may therefore be an unattainable, what did you say, Jacob?
Example.
Anyone else? It's ideal. An unattainable ideal. Okay, it's a collocation. You cannot change it. You cannot say it's an unattainable answer, for instance. Okay, you can, but the collocation is unattainable ideal. All right. So number five. So these are all, as I said, these are all from Pearson itself. The Pearson itself published a PDF with 2,500 two-word collocations, and I have used those collocations in a repeat sentence and here in a quiz. Okay, so number five, back to Mayuko.
Number 5 is wait.
Anyone else? You tell me.
Same.
Pradeepa?
Number 5.
All right. Jacob, you want to have a go? There's no negative marking. You have to go with an answer.
Blame, blame.
And Pradeepa? Choose one.
That is the
Okay. So now you go back to voices, number 20. So as I said, I have used them in a repeat sentence. So number 20, where is it? Number 20 here. First, I'll repeat the number 20 for you. So it's a repeat sentence, okay? Number 20.
The onus is on the individual to contact all those facilities.
Can you repeat it? Again?
The onus is on the individual to contact all those facilities.
What did the person say?
The anus is
Very good. The onus. So number 20. Here. The onus is on the individual to contact all those facilities. It's a collocation. So what does it mean? The onus is on you. It means that you should do it. You must check it. When you go to get your passport, all right, they give you the passport and they say, okay, the onus is on you to check whether the spelling and everything is all right. Because if the next day you go there, excuse me, there's the misspelling here. So the onus is on you. You were supposed to check it. All right. So onus is on someone means you should do it. So it's a collocation. You cannot change it. You have to memorize it. So as I said, these are all the 2,500 of them. They're all collocations that are commonly used in English, and as I've used them in repeat sentence. So you can, and I was just preparing them for, so this is a type of, come on. So it would be something like this.
Age discrimination is a low priority in diversity training programs.
So you see age discrimination and low priority. So these are two collocations. Low priority. Oh, here. Age discrimination is a low priority in diversity training programs. So back to number. So there are 22 units here and 26 quizzes like this one. So how far did we go? Up to number 5. So the onus is, that's number 1, onus. Number 6, whose turn is it? Pradeepa.
to develop.
Very good. Excellent. You develop awareness. And there is another collocation here. What is it? Critical awareness is a collocation. So critical awareness, you develop a critical awareness of something. Excellent. Very good. Hitomi, number 7.
Interpret.
Very good. What do you do to information? You interpret them. What does a scientist do? What does an accountant do? They look at the and they say, okay, what does translate mean? Well, you translate something from a language to another. Interpret is the same, but interpret has also another meaning, means giving a different idea of something. Very good. Jacob, number 8.
disclose.
Anyone else?
Express.
What do you do to your viewpoint, Jacob? You express them. So express your ideas, express your viewpoints. So the collocation is express. And remember, if you have if in these questions, you need to choose the best answer. You're right. Disclose could be correct, but not in this situation when you have express. Express is the right collocation. And number 9, Mayuko.
Simply.
Simply valid. Very good. This is simply valid as long as they are open about it. Okay, yeah, let's check the answers. So quiz 1 earlier. So you see, for each one, you can refer to it. Present, draw, ideal, honest, develop, interpret, express. Made a mistake. We all made a mistake. Okay, 27. Number 27.
That seems like a perfectly valid criticism.
Okay, so a perfectly valid criticism. Number 27. Yeah, that seems like a perfectly valid. So remember, valid and perfectly valid is a collocation. It's perfectly valid. All right. Okay. Any questions? All right. We'll start with the website. Okay, we all do it together, but we come back to the answers once we are done. Okay, so remember, you spend almost 1 minute, 40 seconds to 1 minute. So we'll start with number 1. Okay, we'll start with Jacob this time. Jacob, which one?
General.
Very good. Okay, everybody, number 2. Hitomi.
Proportion.
Very good. Proportion. Next one. Pradipa.
Advocate.
I beg your pardon?
Advocate.
Advocate. Okay. Advocate. Next one.
65 years. The law rates for people aged 65 years and
Mayuko, when you're ready.
I don't know.
You need to choose one because there's no negative marking. Okay, remember.
Diversed.
Diverged. Okay, remember diverged from. The collocation, the preposition is from. Diverge from. Okay, so you don't have from here. Anyone knows the answer?
Contradicted. Contradicted.
Contradicted. Okay, contradicted to, we say contradicted to. So the preposition is to.
Whatever. Yeah.
Anyone else? Contrasted with, we say. Contrasted, compare and contrasted with. Now, differed from. We say differed from. So preposition is very important here. Look.
Yeah.
Always pay attention to the preposition and say, okay, which one goes with? Contradicted. Okay. Diverged from. Contrasted with the rate of visits. Differed from. Okay. So, I mean, then you have to come to this conclusion that it's, I choose between contradicted.
Yeah, I was confused too. It will be.
Very good. So between these two, you have 50% chance now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't make any sense with the contrast. So I just confused. I thought it was that.
Yes. So let me check. I might be wrong. I have been wrong on many occasions. So the lower rates for people aged 65 years and over contrasted with the rate of visits to other health professional, which increased. Oh yes. When you say they contrasted and then it said increases. So, next one. We'll check the answers anyway. The reason for this difference. Jacob. Yes, Jacob. Ready?
Concerned.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with it and then we'll check the answers. And finally, you told me whenever you're ready, but let everyone.
Approaches. Ah, one thing.
You want to change your mind?
Yes.
Which one? You stick to.
Still thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking between approaches or priorities.
So
it's
my advice, he told me my advice to you is that go with your first instinct. Okay.
Okay. Approaches.
Yes, because it seems that your first gut feeling is correct. Sometimes the students think that, well, the second one is better, but for you, I think you would go with your first gut instinct. Okay.
Okay.
Now we check the answers.
Priorities.
Yes. So here, people who visit health professionals tend to be older than the general, very good, whoever said general population. However, the proportion, correct. Now, who visited complementary health therapists. Now, for this one, if you read it and you remember that you had a health something, look, the same thing is repeated here. Where is it? Where was it? Health. I read somewhere therapist. Here. So you see, sometimes the answer is repeated within that test. So you just need to pay attention that you say, oh, therapist, let me check those answers again. And then you say, okay, all right. So contrasted with level of acceptance. So now the reason for the difference might include lower levels of acceptance of complementary therapies by older people. So older people don't accept it. And the noun form is accepted. And finally, alternative, older people may have different treatment priorities than. Okay, your problem and my problem, he told me, is that we didn't finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Then. So we didn't finish then. Okay. So as soon as we came to treatment priorities, that is a collocation. Okay. Treatment priority is a collocation. But when you finish it, you see, it's a different thing. So treatment priorities. Okay. But very good. We are here to make mistakes. We are here to learn from our mistakes. I don't want you to go to the test and make the same mistakes there. All right. Do them here and we learn. Excellent. Now, one more thing is that students get the same questions, usually the same questions in the test, if they sit twice the test. So a student said, I sit the test and I had the same question, but when I sat the test, the answers were different. The answers were, the place of the answer was different. So, and that's how people memorize the answers. My students especially, they memorize the answer. They do it so many times. They say, okay, this one was the third one. Huh? The third one. Where is it now? Oh, it's the second one. So you see, my software changes every time you refresh it, you come back to it. Look, it's general now, the third one. So it's random. It's very random. Now it's general is number one. So you cannot memorize the answers by their place. So this one is the first one, the next one is the second one. You know, students memorize it like that. But what I want you to do is to learn them through collocation, say general population, and you, wherever it is, you can find it. All right. Next one. Now, in the test, it would be very odd if you get 7 or 9 blanks like this one. Okay. Usually you get somewhere between 3 and 5 or 6. Okay. This is 2, 4, 6. So this is normal, could be. Let's go. Number 1. So spend 40 seconds, 30, 40 seconds, even 1 minute. The first one, always read from the beginning. We start with Mayuko.
Unless.
All right. Anyone else? He told me.
Only, but I'm not sure.
Who knows the answer? Who thinks knows the answer? Jacob?
It's whether they exist.
Very good. Whether they exist. If they
Our
exist.
weather.
Whether means if. All right. So remember the spelling, Mayuko, with the weather it's raining, it's WEA and this is WH. So that's the difference. But the pronunciation is the same. Weather. Okay. Pradeepa, please. Pradeepa.
To the urban population.
Very good. The collocation is to, relative to. All right. Now, I'll give you a tangible example so that you won't forget this collocation relative to. Now, which country do you think gives the highest number of immigrants to Australia? Which country do you think gives the highest number in the world, okay, to Australia? Number one.
China.
No,
India.
it's India. Very good. Now, what's the population of India? 1.4, okay, 1.4 billion. Now, which country is the second contributor to the immigrant population in Australia? Do you know?
No.
Relative to its side, relative to the population side, you cannot believe it. It's Nepal. Nepal, relative to its population, do you know what the population of Nepal? It shouldn't be. Anyone knows the population of Nepal? But Nepal is number 2. Nepal is number 2 after India. First is India with 1.4 billion people. Now, I would say Nepal. So population, Nepal population, 29 million. So the population is 29, but after India, it's number 2 that contributes immigrants to Australia. Now, relative to its size, relative to its population size, this is so big. Relative to its population size, 30 million, all right? So now you won't forget, relative to. Next one. It's, I think, Hitomi, is it your turn? Yes, it is your turn.
I'm not sure.
Which one?
Ads.
Okay, anyone else? Jacob?
Oh,
Excellent. Hitomi, for you to be successful, you need to do this. For you to be an important person, you need to do this, okay? So it's 4.
Mhm.
4 agrarian parties to something.
Mm.
Okay, next one. Jacob?
with the.
Very good. Integrated with. Now, so there are 2 ways of learning collocations and prepositions, but listening is one of them. But the another way is that if you so you see integrated, as soon as you have W, so the preposition is here, look, the 4th one, integrated with. It's a common collocation. So integrated with, that's a preposition. So these are all, basically this is grammar. This particular one, most of it is grammar now. Ayuko.
System which
Mhm.
Meanwhile,
Okay. Anyone else?
Not only.
Not only a country might possess but have an economic system which the interests of the voters were not to their and okay. Anyone else?
first
Jake?
one, those.
Thus, the country might possess a sizable rural population, but have an economic system.
It's already with the full stop. Then it goes to thus.
Yes, I would go with thus. Okay. Yeah, I would go with thus. Okay. Now, and
Does
Pradeepa.
to
Okay. Yoo-hoo! Yes, they're all green. When it is green, you're fine. Very good. So we say related to, okay? Related with, whenever we are talking about connections, all right?
Yeah.
But here it makes sense when you say related to their incomes.
How do you come up
I beg
with?
your pardon?
How do you come up with thus? The number, yeah.
All
Did
right.
you read the whole sentence?
Yes, yes. That's number one. That's number one, because I had to. You're right. Very good. Because when you say not only, the problem, do you know what it is with the why not only cannot be the answer?
Not sure.
Okay. The problem is grammatical. So if I want to start a sentence with not only, I need to, where is the, here. Okay. Now, I want to make a sentence with not only. First of all, not only is negative. If you start a sentence with a negative, like not only, like neither, so you start like this. So I want to say, not only I know you, okay, not only I know you, but also I know where you live. So not only, whenever you start a sentence with negative, like not only neither, the sentence must be in question form. Okay, so not only do I know you, but also I know where you live. Or another example, I start a sentence with neither. Neither am I aware of that. So you cannot say neither I am aware. This is a grammatical structure. So if this sentence wanted to start with not only, it should have been not only might a country possess a sizable. And that is why you cannot have this there. All right. It's a grammatical thing. No worries. Now, any questions? Any more questions? No, one more. We can do one more. I hope it is not as big as this one. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, sizable. Sorry. This time we start with Jacob.
Rigid.
Okay. Anyone else? Pradeepa?
I don't know how to pronounce the third one.
Tidy?
Yeah.
Okay. Hitomi? The, Jacob might be right, you know. I'm just asking if anyone is sure. So if anyone is sure, please raise your hand. No one? Okay. Now we're talking about pronunciation. So a pronunciation can be accurate. So we are talking about collocation again. So he's got an accurate pronunciation. He's got a refined pronunciation. Okay. Now rigid is negative. Tidy, we use it for a house. Tidy house, a tidy person, a tidy cat. Cats are very tidy. Am I not right, Mayuko? Cats are tidy. Am I not right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Your cat is not tidy? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So heavy, we use it for accent. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a heavy Texas accent. Hey, today we went down in Texas, and last year we were there. So we say this guy has a heavy accent, heavy American accent. All right. So when you look at accurate, it is positive. So the one before it should be positive too. And fine is the answer. So he has a refined accent. Okay. Means
I thought it was refined, but if you think one more time, it goes rigid.
Yes, I know. That's why you need to listen to more collocations and read more so that you get the collocations right. Okay. Now, so that's refined. Very good. Next one. Come on. I'm in class. Close the window, close WhatsApp, close on. Oh, what do I do? Okay. Ooh. Sorry. Sorry. So what does I? Whose turn is it? I think we started with Hitomi's your turn.
Recognize.
Okay. Anyone else?
Understand.
I would go with understand because learn is out of question, acknowledge is out of question between these two. So if you read it here, he says that, but as I stretched to catch the drips and drops. So you see, this is another collocation, drips and drops of their humming dialogue. I couldn't recognize it at all. Okay, you don't recognize a dialogue, okay? You understand it. So between these two, I would go with understand. I might be wrong. Only that it was English. So I couldn't understand it, only that it was English. So he could recognize that it was English. That's my understanding. Okay, next one. It's Pradeepa's turn. Just take your time.
Heard. Oh,
Head, very good, head.
okay. Heard.
I had never heard them spoken back to me. Very good. Mayuko, take your time.
I'm not sure. Starring? Restaurant?
Staring. Okay,
Yeah.
staring. Mhm. Anyone else? What? Anyone else?
Eating.
Very good. Beating. So you beat people. If you are from a village and you come to a city, what do you want to do? You want to beat the city people. Say, oh, okay. Beat doesn't mean hit someone. It means if there's a football match, we say this team beat that team. Means to conquer. Okay. So beat here means conquer. And Jacob.
Sewing.
Very good. Very good. So he had a plan. What was the plan? To beat sorry, the city people. Now his plan is melting. Thaw here means melt. Melting in front of his eyes, or going away, or whatever, in front of his eyes. All right. Any questions? No?
No.
Shall we start with speaking? Or do you want to continue? Up to you. Yes, what do you think? Let's hear everyone. So I'll start with Mayuko. Mayuko, do you want to continue or do something else?
I wanna do what's the one?
Speaking.
Reading. Describe.
Okay, we did. So you want something else, Pradeepa?
Yeah, something else is okay.
Okay, Hitomi?
Speaking.
Okay, so right up to now, it is majority. So we'll go with the majority. I know that Jacob would say reading, right? Jacob, you want to say reading, right?
Not speaking. I will go with speaking.
I know. But in a democratic society, we already reached the majority. So I'm afraid we're going to move to speaking. All right. Now we start with, now this time we do not follow the pattern. We start with repeat sentence, the most important one, and then describe image and read a lecture perhaps. And then finally, if we have time, we go to read aloud, okay? So first we start with repeat sentence and everyone does, all right, let me check. Yes, we can start with these ones, with the new ones. These are the collocations, yes, with my book that I'm preparing the audio. So why not? Okay, are you ready? I've got how many? 2, 4, 6. All right, that's enough. Ready? We'll start with Mayuko from top and we come down to Jacob at the bottom. Okay, so Mayuko, number 1.
We should be allowed unrestricted access to outside money sources.
We should access money sources.
Very good. We should be allowed to access outside money sources. Very good. Okay. Ooh. Okay, there we are. So number one, we should be allowed unrestricted access to our outside money sources. Ready? Next one. Who's there? How do I get rid of this? Oh my goodness. Okay, next one. Who's next one? Pradipa.
Anxiety is a perfectly appropriate response to a threatening situation.
Anxiety, it's a perfect response. Threatening situation, it's a perfect response.
Very good. Very good. Do not repeat twice, but no, that's fine. That's fine. If you repeat it twice, the first one you got wrong and the second one you went, that's fine. You do it, it's all right. Okay, very good. Anxiety is a perfect response to threatening. Anxiety is a perfectly appropriate response to a threatening situation. All right. Good. Number 3, next one. You tell me.
All internal combustion engines work on the same basic principles.
All in combustion engine work something, same basic principle.
Excellent. Don't say something, say basic principle. When you say something, it types your something, okay? Good.
Is
because
it?
you know the answer. Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
go.
if I say something, do I
It
lose?
types. No, you don't lose mark, okay? You don't get mark, okay? You don't get mark. So when you know the answer, you don't say something because that something adds a word there, and instead of saying a combustion engine.
Is it okay to have a bit of like time gap when I'm thinking?
Yes. Instead of saying something, say because once you say okay, the computer wouldn't shut your microphone because that's 3 seconds. If you say at the beginning, it wouldn't shut. Okay, but if you keep quiet as a mouse, okay.
Because my previous tutor told me to say something instead of making a gap, because to maintain the higher oral fluency mark.
Yeah, it would type something for you, all right? And something doesn't have any score because it is not there unless there was a something, there. But once you have it, just say because is not a word, and it keeps the microphone going. So all internal combustion engines work on the same basic principles. Okay, next one. Jacob. Yeah, Jacob.
The future of Iran occupies a central position in the changing politics of the region.
The future of the...
And important, if you write, are you writing?
No.
No. Are you?
No, I left it off.
Okay. But practice makes perfect. Yeah. You need to practice at least 1 hour every day, and you will get everything after sometimes. All right?
Yeah.
Anyone? I'll play it again.
The future of Iran occupies a central position in the changing politics of the region.
So the future of Iran occupies a central position in the future of the region. Next one, Mayuka.
I'm a traditionalist unless there is a compelling reason for change.
Our comparing to change design.
All right. Very good. I'm a traditionalist unless there's a compelling, what was it? The compelling
Comparing.
reason. So this is a collocation, compelling reason for change. I'm a traditionalist unless there's a compelling reason for change. Pradeepa?
Your insurance situation is of considerable interest to your host.
She's chewing gum. Pradeepa, you're chewing gum.
Your
All right.
insurance situation, it configure in cost.
Very good. Okay. Your insurance situation is of considerable interest to your host. Very good. Okay, next one. You told me?
The online library search system is currently available to the public.
You told me?
Yeah. The only our library system, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't write it down.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone else?
Only
Yes.
the online library system is available.
Online.
Excellent. Very good. So if you, very good.
The online library search system is currently available to the
Very
public.
good. Yeah,
Mm.
you're getting the hang of it. Good. Next one. Jacob?
The Guardian has carried out a detailed analysis of the emails and documents.
The Guardian carried out the emails and posted.
Very good. Yes. A detailed analysis of emails and
Yep.
The Guardian has carried out a detailed analysis of the emails and documents.
next one. Mayuko?
It is time now to draw a line between freedom of expression and dangerous rhetoric.
Meeting time, freedom, and
Rhetoric. Very good. Okay. So here,
it's
so
time.
to draw a line is a collocation. So it is time now to draw a line between freedom of expression and dangerous rhetoric. Next one more each, and then we move on to describe image. Whose turn is it? Oh, Pradeepa.
The concept of emotional intelligence is based on brain research.
The concept of the emotional intelligent.
Brain research. Brain research. Very good. Is based on brain research. The concept of emotional intelligence is based on brain research. Very good.
Based on brain research.
Oh, by the way, these are very difficult. The ones I have here are very difficult. So the thing is that you are learning two things at the same time. Number one, collocations, and number two, long repeat sentences. If you can manage these, then the test is easy peasy, lemon is squeezy. All right? Hitomi, very good.
Finding an idea that is scalable is an entirely different matter.
Finding the something. Finding the is a different matter.
Good.
A different matter.
Good. It's okay if you say something. That's fine. Okay.
Sorry.
You can do it. No, that's all right. Go for it. So where is finding an idea that is scalable is an entirely different matter. So entirely different matter. Entirely different is a collocation. Entirely different. All right. Okay. Next one. It is interesting that I have published the book and I haven't done the audios yet. Imagine if somebody goes to download the audio. Oof. Okay, I'll finish it tonight anyway. Who said it? Jacob.
Physicians are taught to respect the ethical principle of non-maleficence.
Physicians are taught to be ethical.
Of non-malevolence. Very good. Yeah. Physicians are taught to respect the ethical principle of non-malevolence. Okay. Non-malevolence means if you're a doctor, you should not hurt, you should not harm, you should not kill people. That's a principle, an ethical principle of non-malevolence. Okay.
You pronounce malevolence.
Non-malevolence. I'll play it again.
Physicians are taught to respect the ethical principle of non-maleficence.
Maleficence, okay?
Maleficence.
Maleficence. Here is the spelling.
Maleficence.
Maleficence. I think he mispronounced it.
Okay.
Okay, let me check. He mispronounced it. Maleficence.
Taught to respect the ethical principle of non-maleficence.
Yes, he mispronounced it.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing.
Sorry for picking up.
No, that's good. Non-maleficence. Okay.
Maleficence.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now, okay, we'll start with describe image. So what number was it? Number 12. Number 12. Okay, number 12. I'll check it. Now, we'll start with describe image. Are you ready? Okay, everyone does one. Oh, this is exam question. This is an exam question. And Mayuka, please.
The picture describes about lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. It also provides some information about different categories, such as the purple one and red something. It is clear from the imaging that lytic cycle is contribute the most. On the other hand, lysogenic cycle contribute the least. Finally, by reviewing imaging the picture, it can be concluded that the picture is showing important information based on fact.
Very good. Time's up. Excellent. So look at this image. It is a real exam. So absorption, entry, replication, and assembly. So you can mention all of this stuff.
It's like a process, or
it really doesn't matter, but you're right. It's a process. It's a process of this lactic cycle and lysogenic cycle of a particular. What is it? I don't understand this. Is this biology? I think it's part of biology, right? No one.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. It's like it's cool.
But you see, you get that sort of things, even though. Okay, next one. Pradeepa, please.
The image described the information about world population from 1950 to 2015. It also provided some information from 1950 to 2050. It is clear from the image 1950, 1960, 1970, 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020, 30, 40, 2050. Population is growth, and finally, by reviewing the image, it can be concluded that the image is showing important information based on fact and figures,
Very good.
having
That's
a
it.
significant effect on population by
Time's up.
years.
Fantastic, fantastic. Very good. Next one, Hitomi.
The image describes percentage of mobile phone owners using various mobile phone features. It also provides some information about different categories, such as 2006, 2008, and 2010. It is clear from the image that make calls, take orders, send and receive text message, play games, search the internet, play music, record video contributes the most. And on the other hand, 2006, 2008, 2010 contributes to the list. Finally, by reviewing the image, it can be concluded that the image is showing important information.
Fantastic. Very good. Excellent.
I'm just cheating.
Beautiful. No, we all do that, because if you memorize it, you are cheating. You are reading it from your mind. Again, next one is Jacob.
The given presentation is description of a map that's showing the trees planted in year 2021. The data is given in the form of colors and in numbers. After careful consideration, the data can be the data is shown the number of trees, and colors are showing as the different plants that planted in year 2021.
Very good. That's fine. That's okay. Good. So you didn't text me so that I can make you an account with the accessing my website. You don't have access to my website, do you?
Yeah, no. I haven't started to.
I see. Okay, so it's up to you. You have you are part of the WhatsApp group. My phone number is there. Okay, just text me and send me your email. I also send you a screenshot of the templates as well. So you just follow the templates. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll start with retail lecture. Are you ready? I'll play a retail lecture, and at the end, I want one of you to do it for me. We can do maybe 2 or 3. Okay. Write down as many words as you can.
Is a question that few are willing to ask.
Yeah, we did this one. Okay.
Thanks for this opportunity to speak about Australia's engagement with Asia from the perspective of trade, and in particular to say a few words about what Austrade is doing in this space. I'm particularly pleased to be addressing trade and investment, not just, of course, because these two things are inextricably linked, but also, of course, because Austrade reports to Australia's first ever Minister for Trade and Investment. Asia's importance to Australia's economy is growing by the day. It is one of the most important factors to consider when assessing the international conditions for our national prosperity. Asian demand for our exports has helped Australia manage the global financial crisis better than most other developed economies, in fact, probably better than all other developed economies. And investment from Asia has added to the productive capacity of the economy and to overall productivity. In 2013, 7 of our top 10 export markets were in Asia and represented 65% of our total exports.
Okay, Pradeepa, please.
The topic of the lecture was Australian economic. It also provided some. The speaker also talked about Australian people space addressing investment. The speaker went on and talked about the ministry and economy growing, internal conditions, and global financial.
Very good.
Finally, the lecture was entirely clear, and it can be it is very informative.
Excellent, very good. Yes, but in speaking, Pradeepa, it doesn't matter if you say also, because grammar doesn't matter, okay? Only in summarize the spoken text, don't start your sentence, the speaker also went on. The second sentence should be also after the speaker talked about, and then the second one is also. But in the speaking, it doesn't matter because grammar doesn't matter. Very good. Next one. Please write as many words as you can.
Thermodynamics. All right, let's start. Thermodynamics is the science of the flow of heat. So thermo is heat, and dynamics is the motion of heat. Thermodynamics was developed largely beginning in the 1800s, at the time of the Industrial Revolution. It's the taming of steel, the beginning of generating power by burning fossil fuels, the beginning of the problems with CO2 in the atmosphere, global warming. In fact, it's interesting to note that the first calculation on the impact of CO2 on climate was done in the late 1800s by Arrhenius. Beginning of the generation of power, moving heat from fossil fuels to generating energy, locomotives, etc. So he calculated what would happen to this burning of fossil fuels, and he decided in his calculation, he basically got the calculation right, by the way. But he came out that in 2,000 years from the time that he did the calculations, humans would be in trouble.
Jacob, please.
Speaker was delivering the lecture in relation to theodynamics. The speaker clearly elaborated the main aspect, theodynamics, including some important information as dynamics is a motion of heat. And firstly, it was mentioned that it was developed in 18th century, and it was the beginning due to the Industrial Revolution, and it was powered by the burning of the fuels. Secondly, it was demonstrated that the population impacted with the CO2. It was emerging from the local.
Excellent. Very good. Fantastic. A lot of content words there. Very good. Okay. One more. hit home, please, when you're finished.
Welsh is a Celtic language spoken in Wales by about 740,000 people, and in the Welsh colony in Patagonia, Argentina, by several hundred people. There are also Welsh speakers in England, Scotland, Canada, the USA, Australia, and New Zealand. At the beginning of the 20th century, about half of the population of Wales spoke Welsh as an everyday language. Towards the end of the century, the proportion of Welsh speakers had fallen to about 20%. According to the 2001 census, 582,368 people can speak Welsh. 659,301 people can either speak, read, or write Welsh, and 797,717 people, 28% of the population, claim to have some knowledge of the language. According to a survey carried out by S4C, the Welsh language TV channel, the number of Welsh speakers in Wales is around 750,000 people, and about 1.5 million people can understand Welsh. In addition, there are an estimated 133,000 Welsh speakers living in England, about 50,000 of them in the Greater London area.
We can't hear you.
The topic of the lecture was Welsh. The speaker talked about Celtic language spoken country. The speaker also went on and talked about England, Scotland, Canada, and New Zealand. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. Half of the people speak in Welsh, 20%, 2001 census, 28% of population can speak Welsh, 750 people, majority living in London.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. And finally, it's Mayuko, the last one.
Welcome to the Four Winds Historical Farm, where traditions of the past are preserved for visitors like you.
Sorry, this is too long. Okay, this one.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it, you got to have passion. And I think that's the high order bit. The second thing is you've got to be a really good talent scout, because no matter how smart you are, you need a team of great people, and you've got to figure out how to size people up fairly quickly, make decisions without knowing people too well, and hire them, and see how you do and refine your intuition, and be able to help build an organization that can eventually just build itself. Because you need great people around you.
The topic of the lecture was the passion. The speaker talked about it's so hard to give up. The speaker also went on and talked about if you don't love it, you can give up. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. Successful, really tough. If you don't love it, you will fail. And how smart you are.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah. The more you write, of course, the better it will be. Very good point. Okay. And okay, we've got 4 minutes, I think. We'll do some answer short questions and we call it a night. So, okay, the first one, Jacob, please.
Where do you usually find a crossword?
Jacob? In a newspaper, okay, or a magazine.
How many hemispheres does the Earth have?
Pradeepa. Pradeepa, you're counting? Are you counting them? Yes, 2. There are 2. Very good. Next one. Hitomi.
How many sides of a peninsula are surrounded by water?
7. I couldn't hear.
Okay.
Oh, what was the word?
Peninsula. Peninsula.
Peninsula.
Yes. Remember
Continent.
Mornington Peninsula?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 sides. If it is 4 sides, then it is an island. It's not a peninsula anymore. It's an island. Yes. Mayuka?
Where do crocodiles live? In forests or swamps?
Swamps.
Where, Mayuka?
Swamps.
Very good, swamps. And Jacob?
When you create a table, the data in horizontal dimension is organized in rows, and the data in vertical dimension is organized in what?
Anyone? Columns.
Row and columns, yeah.
Row and columns. Okay, so the horizontal ones are row.
Yeah.
The other ones are columns. All right, time's nearly up. I'll see you next. Is that next week or tomorrow? Next week. Next week.
So next
Monday.
week we have class. Do we have class?
I'm not sure. You're right. I should mention. I should consult my.
Because the other class is the exam week, so we don't have a class.
You're right. Yeah. So I think I should consult my plan and my calendar before that. Yes, I'll see you.
I thought there's a class on Thursday. No, I haven't.
Yes, you and I think we have a yes.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the others. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.